You went back to look for your bed parents when?
I did. I went back to look for my birth mother, and I didn't know if there would be any information in my file at all, because oftentimes there isn't.
Hmm.
And I went back with a group of other Korean adoptees
Huh.
who were also doing the same thing. And the adoption agency had her address, and they
Hmm.
knew where she lived.
Yes.
But they wouldn't actually tell her that I was looking for her.
Because they probably signed some kind of NDA back in the day.
No,
Yeah.
it was really like they did for some people.
Hmm.
They were delivering letters to the homes, or calling, but they decided they thought my mom was still young, and she had 2 children, and they didn't want to disrupt her life.
Okay.
So they just made the decision that they wouldn't tell her that I was in Korea looking for her.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what, you didn't end up finding her?
Well, they told me like she lives in this neighborhood, in a really busy part of Busan, Korea. So I went and walked around the neighborhood, but I didn't. I mean, it's really dense. So
Oh my God, you
some
must have been
people have.
standing there looking
Yeah,
and thinking this is my mom.
it was
Did that
really
happen?
strange. No, because it's so. I mean, it's the middle of the city by really busy high-rise apartments, but some people like they give us flyers. So there was like a photo of yourself as a baby, like a lost dog flyer.
Oh
Like,
my
have
God.
you seen this child? But I didn't use them. It just felt
Mm-hmm.
too weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, too tumultuous, I guess.
Yes. So you came back without finding her?
Yep.
And never tried, yeah, I haven't tried to do it again.
No, so they'll say like, okay, after a year they might try to send a letter, but it was kind of a bad experience
Oh my
to
God.
work with the agency, so I just didn't anymore. And I might someday, but
Yeah. So is the Korean population big on donating swab for DNA and stuff like that?
there's been some public campaigns to try to make it more frequent. So they'll have adoptees like go on TV or go on the radio and like tell their stories.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a lot of stigma and around, particularly like I know that my mother was a teenage mom, and I know that she worked in a factory. So, you know, I think even the resistance of the agency to reach out to her was related to the fact that they thought maybe her husband didn't know that she had a child. So,
Ah,
still a lot of shame and still a lot of social pressure to
yes.
keep things secret.
She had 2 kids and gave them up.
No, she had 2 kids now that she's living with.
Oh, but you was giving up.
Mm-hmm. But other people I went with found their birth families, or some of them didn't. So it was good to go with a group of people who were in the same situation.
Uh-huh.
Even just seeing what it was like for them to reconnect, or the information that they got.
So how was that like for the ones that reconnected? What did you?
Maybe only complicated.
Ooh.
It's obviously like you're connecting with a piece of your heritage that like I think only adoptees can understand. What that was like. To just like I don't know any biological relative of mine. I don't know anybody who I could say, oh, I have their features. So I think it, in a lot of ways, is like you get that piece of your story that you didn't have.
Uh-huh.
But also, like, this is a whole family of people with their own history and their own culture and language and, drama and all the things that all families have. And I think just dropping into it as a person who maybe is disrupting the narrative they have about their family can be really hard.
Can be hard.
Yeah.
So I guess the question would be like, why did you try to do that? What were you expecting then? You didn't think about all these things before doing it?
I did, and it was really hard because you're also trying to prepare yourself for like, maybe I'll find her and she doesn't want to meet me.
What did you want? What was your genuine expectation? Like, why did you, like, yeah.
I kind of wanted to just tell her, like, I know what you did was really hard, and I'm not resentful, and I wanted to have that piece of, like, what does she look like, or what do we share?
Something as simple as that.
Yeah.
Something as superficial as that.
Yeah.
That should be enough, right?
Yeah.
So even for the people that, even if you think it might be a disruption, but that should be enough. Nobody want to go through the world not knowing how they got here.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody should completely feel like too bad that maybe they're disrupting somebody's life. I feel like it's something that has to happen.
Yeah, and I think giving her the choice to say, like, not now, I think was important to me, and they didn't seem like they made efforts to do that.
Oh, so what is that it, or are we gonna do that again at some point?
Yeah, I think someday I'll try again. They were kind of like, well, try later. Maybe her kids will be older and we'll be more comfortable doing that.
Right.
It's also like there's been a lot of attention on this issue in Korea because there was a lot of corruption around the adoption industry, and it still is. Where, for instance, like kids are being picked up off the street.
And just send them for adoption to make money.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know East Asians got down like that too.
Yeah, everywhere. So people were reconnected with family members who told, like, I know some other adoptees whose family thought that they died.
And somebody stole them.
Yep. Or files were being switched, or facilities, and so there's been more attention, and so all of these record keeping kind of and search functions are going to the government now.
No.
Rather than the agencies, is my understanding.
Right. And how old were you when you was adopted?
7 months old.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It was, one day after I was born. I was in foster care essentially in Korea until I came to the U.S. because I was a little bit sick.
Oh, yes. She probably was trying to get rid of you even before then. I don't know, but
I don't know. My records say that she was 15 or 16.
Yes.
And she was unwed.
Somebody was messing with her.
I don't know. It's so hard to know how much of the files are true and how much are
fabricated. Just fabricated, yeah.
So it says that she had a boyfriend, and I think I spent the night I was born with her, and then the next morning, my interpretation of my records is then I was taken to the sort of clinic or whatever.
When did you start looking into all this?
Oh, I probably started requesting records as soon as I was able to when I was 18, but 18. I sat on them for a long time. I'm 34, so 34. I went to Korea when I was 32.
32. That's 2 years ago.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess this is a question I want to ask you. I want to really know. It's hard to go into another person's mind and know how they feel. Does this in any way make you feel different from the rest of the people in this world? Just like how unique your story is? Is there a way you can define or capture the essence of what difference you feel?
I think yes and no. So when I was adopted here to a family here, and then I went back into foster care when I was a teenager.
Okay.
And then I became homeless.
So
I think for a lot of, and I work in things related to foster care now.
Yes.
So I connect with a lot of people who have had family disruption, who have had broken relationships, who have complicated family situations. And so I guess I don't feel like it's super unique or super, like, I feel like I found people who really understand.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Broken people don't scare you that much.
No.
There you go.
Yeah,